So this protest was organized very recently, and it is to stand in solidarity with Portland. There isn't a speaking program. It's not like, most protests. This is more so kind of getting people to understand that temperatures are rising. I know you guys know what's going on in Portland. That's why you guys are out here. Federal troops are invading our cities and states. They are using extreme force. They are kidnapping people from the streets and telling people, if you follow us, we'll shoot you. And this America that we know it was never great. We already knew that. But it's going to a very terrible, terrible point. Great. Before we start, I want to announce at 8 p.m. at the Public Safety Complex, 325 Washington Street. We are going to have a slight protest. I don't know if you want to call it like a bacon protest. I don't know. But we're going to stand off with the cops again. We need numbers, so we need you guys to show up and we need you guys to show out. That's at 8 p.m. Before we go to the complex, we're going to meet at, what is it, Sarin and Washington Street, that cross. So just make sure you guys get that information if you don't have it. Talk to Sammy, who is just right here in the gray with the water bottle. He'll get you the info. We also have a direct action group. Talk to him so you can probably get in that. I do also want to say, as we continue to protest, we just left the caravan earlier to stop evictions and police terror. Understand that, Autumn was just saying, understand that in the middle of a pandemic, for your government to be evicting people, that's genocide. It should not be taking place.
Eviction is violence.
Eviction is violence, and collecting rent is extortion, especially during a pandemic. The people need help. We need assistance. We don't need police terror. We don't need you guys coming into our house, breaking more shit, giving us more things to pay for. We need solidarity, and we're only going to get that if we stand together. Go to cancelrents.org, right?
You can find Tenant Network RI.
All right, go to Tenant Network RI. They're on Instagram, they're on Facebook too. I think they're on Twitter. So go ahead and check out Tenant Network RI. This is Elaine. If you have any questions or you're facing an eviction, get connected with her. This movement is intersectional. We know that by now. There are a lot of causes we're fighting for that go hand in hand with each other. The main cause we're fighting for is justice and freedom for all of our people. If there's no justice, there will be no peace. If there's no justice, there will be no peace. So as these events continue, they're going to drop in numbers because there are going to be people that don't mind possibly getting arrested. So we can push for amnesty for everybody with protest charges. There are going to be people that don't mind breaking things because obviously this city and this state, they protect property more than they protect black lives. There's going to be people at these protests like the people who are backing the blue. Make sure you know who they are. We took pictures of them. These are people that own businesses in our neighborhoods. We need to understand their faces. We need to understand their principles. They're driving hate. Know that when they're having these back the blue protests, it is only to get us out there to do what they did, which is to cattle and corral us and arrest us. If we don't have the numbers and we're not de-arresting, we're gonna lose. But like we saw with Najeli, even when we take temporary defeats, we always come back stronger and better and we win anyway. Before Najeli speaks, we're going to talk about the fact that what the government did yesterday is something that they're going to continue trying to do. They arrested Najeli and Jonas, and they did that so they can see what we're going to do when the next 10,000 people protest happens and they round up hundreds of us. They thought that we were going to just sit down and do nothing and wait for Najeli to be released in a week or whenever they decided. They thought that they had us cornered, but we showed them that when the people come together, united we stand, divided we fall, we're going to win.
Yeah.
Another thing, pay attention to how we got Najali out. We got the complete runaround yesterday. It was Jeffrey Dana, the city solicitor. We were told that he would be able to drop the charges against Najali. However, that was false. Or I don't know if it was false really, but you know, it was a runaround. But we went to Jeffrey Dana's house. We literally went to his house like 15 deep and we told him, yo, drop these charges because we're not gonna leave unless you do. He said, I can't do anything, only the mayor can. We went to the mayor's house. The mayor was like, yo, respect my boundaries. This is my house. I have a kid. And then, you know, the mayor got mad because they called him a bitch. He's a bitch though. He didn't do anything. We contacted his office, an 18-year-old that just got a job in the middle of a pandemic, facing financial problems just like all of us in the middle of this pandemic, that he had said at previous events for clout that he respects Providence and loves what we're doing for the community. He couldn't show up and show out for us. So understand, these people are not our friends. The governor, we had a noise rally protest at her house, and she released a statement that, you know, she met with Providence and she's dedicated to meeting with us in the future. But her office refused to release a statement about Najali. These people are not our friends. They're gonna come out when the cameras are out. The people that are your friends, if you take a look in this crowd, these are your friends. These are the people that show up and show out for you. These are the people that are gonna de-arrest you when those fucking pigs grab you. These are our community members that we need to look out for and protect, just like they're doing in Portland. They are going hard. They are organizing, not panicking. They are not giving the police or the government or the state power. They are taking it. And that is what we're moving towards here in Providence. It may look like chaos. It may look like we don't know what the hell we're doing, but we're still gonna push forward because the people are always gonna win. When we fight, we what? Win. When we fight, we what? Win. Now Najali's gonna speak.